I'm not a doctor, a dietitian, a nutritionist, a scientist or a physician. Nor am I the author of one of the 30,669 weight loss books available on Amazon when I checked the other day. 30,669 books on weight loss, and that was only on the UK Amazon pages. If on average each book contained 250 pages, that is 7,667,250 pages written about the subjects of losing weight. And then if on average each page contained 250 words, that means today there are 1,916,812,500 words you can read on the subject. That's in the UK alone. And that's just what's available right now. It doesn't include all the other hundreds of thousands of weight loss books published since the first diet book was written by Mr. William Banting back in 1863. 1,916,812,500 words on a subject that could be boiled down to just 4. Eat less, exercise more. Now, barring any medical conditions, and I stress once again, I'm Grandmaster Super Now Wow show host, not the bariatric physician. But barring any medical conditions, your weight will be the total number of calories you consume minus the calories you burn off. Now, if you have a surplus of calories, you'll put weight on. If you burn off the same amount of calories as you consume, you'll stay the same. And if you burn off more than you consume, you'll lose weight. Now, we know that. So why do so many people struggle to lose weight? Why do so many people buy a diet book before they've even tried the obvious? Eat less, exercise more. Well, here's the 3 main reasons why I think that is. First, it's hard work. When we go on a diet, we're giving something up. We're depriving ourselves. And that can be tough psychologically. And sometimes it can even lead to an actual increase in food intake or trigger bouts of binge eating. Second, they may have been on a diet before and it's either failed, and subconsciously we'll do anything to avoid failing at something again. Or it may have worked initially, but it's just such an unpleasant experience they don't want to repeat it. And third, it's not actually them that wants to lose the weight. The idea that they should lose weight has come from somewhere else, either directly from their families or their partners or friends, or indirectly through the media. Now, if it's not even their ambition, they're just not going to get motivated enough to take the steps to lose weight. So they're the 3 main reasons for not starting the obvious. Eat less, exercise more. But although we find it difficult to start, doing nothing, well, that's not an option either. Because if we do nothing when we know we should be doing something, then that just makes us feel hopeless. Oh, now we're in a bit of a fix. We don't want to diet because we think it's going to be really tough or we're going to fail and we don't want the feelings they bring. But we can't just sit around and do nothing, because if we do nothing, we're going to feel hopeless, and we don't like feeling hopeless either. So, to get ourselves out of this awkward, sticky situation, this is what we do. We go and join a gym, or we go and join a weight loss class, or we go and buy a fitness DVD, or we'll go onto Amazon and buy a diet book. Why? Well, it's because we're taking action. In our minds, we've taken a step towards losing weight by ordering that book, or buying that DVD, or joining that gym. I mean, fair enough, we've not actually done one thing yet to lose any weight, but because we've took some action, even if it is only ordering a book, it just makes us feel better. It holds off the fear of hopelessness. And if we actually read some of the book, or actually go to the gym once, or actually attend one weight loss class, well, then we've practically made it. We'll be on such a high and so pleased with ourselves, we'll probably go straight back home and order our favourite takeaway and crack open a bottle of wine to celebrate. Now, listen, on a serious note, I've got no right whatsoever to dictate to you or anyone else what weight they should be. Actually, I think there's more often more important areas of our lives to focus on first. But, and as you know, I'm not a doctor, but if you do want to lower your weight for good, then I would follow these 3 simple steps. Step 1, do not diet ever. And I use the word diet in the sense of people dieting to lose weight. Dieting to lose weight is, in my opinion, just as stupid as gambling to gain money. As a short-term fix, it may occasionally work. For a long-term change, it never works. Going on a diet is at best a short-term solution. It's a nightmare whilst you're on it, and unless you change your diet or the amount you exercise, the moment you finish it, you'll steadily go back to the weight you were in the first place. So my advice is simple: do not diet ever. Step 2, do not set weight loss goals, because setting a goal or a target is giving your subconscious the opportunity to sabotage your ambition. Now, if you failed in the past, or it was a real struggle, or you did achieve it but put the weight straight back on, or you've known someone else important in your life who has failed, then you will not believe you can lose the weight. because all of those experiences would have created what you believe to be true now. And we live in harmony with our beliefs. Now, if your beliefs are you cannot lose the weight, and you press ahead setting up with weight loss goals anyway, you're going to fail. You will continually prove yourself right. And I know I keep repeating this point episode after episode after episode, but that's because it's true and it's critical. You will always prove yourself right. If subconsciously you believe you cannot be that weight, you won't. It's as simple as that. So, for that reason, do not set weight loss goals. Step 3. You do decide you already are your ideal weight. So whenever you're ready, you get a pen and paper and you write down these 3 words. I am already. And you just add your ideal weight to complete the statement. So instead of having a goal which says, I aim to be that weight before the end of November, you now have a strong statement declaring, I already am my ideal weight. Job done, I already am. And from that moment on, you don't have to worry about calorie intake or how much exercise you've done that week. You just focus all your efforts in getting yourself to really believe, to truly trust you already are whatever your ideal weight is. So how do you do that? Well, it depends on the type of person you are. But this is how I did it when I wanted to get to my perfect weight. Before going to sleep every night, I'd recall recent memories, like a recent holiday or a day out, and I would be my ideal weight in my imagination. So the event that just took place, but I go back in and mentally Photoshop my own memory. So I look like I should if I were my ideal weight. I know it sounds really weird, but to me it was really powerful. Because by altering my recent memories, I found it easier to trick my subconscious into believing my statement. Now, for you, it could be finding photos of yourself when you were your ideal weight. Why? Well, because all of us have been our ideal weight at some point in our lives. Your subconscious, it cannot argue with that. You've got photographic evidence. You're showing it. You know, if you get that right, it should be easier to get your subconscious believing you are that weight now. Or you could even try self-hypnosis, and I'll go deeper into that subject in a later episode. But briefly, you can just sit or lie down in a quiet place, and just close your eyes and relax. You just concentrate on your breathing. No, it's not necessary, but you might find it helps you count down from 20 to 1 or 10 to 1 in your mind. And you're just going into a deep relaxed state. There's nothing to it really. And when you're feeling really relaxed, you can visualise yourself being your ideal weight now, or maybe you prefer speaking to yourself in your mind, stating that you already are whatever your ideal weight is. Now look, there's no wrong or right way, it's just whatever works for you. Your job is just to get your subconscious to believe you already are your ideal weight, one way or another. And there's no rush, you have all the time in the world. Now, that may not be a lot of help to you if you're on holiday next week, but if you're looking for lifelong weight control with no more stupid diets, then it's just got to be worth the effort and time. And once you truly believe you already are your ideal weight, you would have changed your belief systems from, you can never be that weight, to, you are already that weight. You're just not giving it a chance to argue with you. And once you believe you already are, you will begin the process of proving yourself right. Why? Because you always live in harmony with your beliefs. You will always prove yourself right. You will not have to make any conscious effort to do anything. You just trust. Trust it will happen. Of course, your diet may change. The calories you consume may change. The exercise you do may change. At least 1, maybe 2, but probably all 3 of those will have to change. But you wouldn't have made any conscious decision or effort to do any of them. Your subconscious mind believes you already are your ideal weight. So that sets to work proving yourself right. Now, to give you an example, this is how it worked for me. I was 203 pounds and I set my ideal weight to 145 pounds. I went through the process of getting my subconscious to believe I already was the 145 pounds. Well, it took me a while to truly believe it, probably around 3 to 4 months. Then within the next 12 months, I weighed 145 pounds, my ideal weight. Now that was around 4 years ago, and I've stayed literally within a couple of pounds of that weight ever since. I didn't make one conscious decision to do anything. Now that may sound unbelievable, but to be honest, I didn't even recognise what had happened until after I thought about it after I lost the weight. But this is what did happen. Before my weight loss, I did no exercise at all. Absolutely none. But then we got a family dog, against my wishes, and within a few months I was walking 8 miles a day. And now I love walking. Apart from the obvious weight and health benefits, I listen to podcasts and audiobooks to learn. I use the time to think and to get to know and understand myself better, if that makes any sense. But none of it was a conscious decision. I didn't sit down at my desk and write down, my goal is to weigh 145 pounds. I will buy a dog. I will walk 8 miles a day. That will burn off this many calories. In turn, that will lose this many pounds each month. And by next February the 13th, I would have hit my weight target. No, it never enters my head, not once. And my diet, that's also changed. Not dramatically, but it changed. I was drinking far more water during the day. Again, not a conscious decision. And the quantity of food I consumed, that changed. I was eating far less, but not purposefully, just because I wasn't as hungry. No diets, no deprivation, no embarrassing episodes down the gym. It just unfolded. I decided I already was my ideal weight. I believed I already was my ideal weight, and then I became my ideal weight. And this isn't any new age law of attraction theory where you just lay down and think about stuff you want in your life and it just magically appears with little or no action. No, this isn't law of attraction, this is the law of reality. You are living your life true to your belief system. If you go on a diet, and by the way, even going on a diet is in itself an admission that you will not stay your new weight, because if you want to stay on your new weight, you're going to have to change your diet, not go on a temporary one. However, if you go on a diet to achieve a certain weight that you subconsciously don't even believe is possible, then you're going to be fighting a massive battle with yourself. A battle that ultimately you cannot win. And sometimes this weight struggle and torment goes on for years. Why struggle? Don't fight your beliefs, just simply change your beliefs. And I say simply change your beliefs because your beliefs are only your perception of what you believe is possible or not. It is not the truth. And getting to the truth of what you can or you cannot weigh should be easy. Because unless you were born a 20-stone baby, you must have weighed your ideal weight at some point in your life. You must have. It's impossible for you not to have. So, barring any medical conditions, why can't you weigh that again? No, seriously, why can't you? Well, look at it the other way round. You didn't sit down, however long ago it was when you were your ideal weight, and think to yourself, right, I've got to set a goal here. My goal is to be 3 stone heavier in 3 years. I know that's a tough ask. That's a stone a year, just over £1 a month I'm going to have to put on. I'm going to make a conscious effort to eat 5 Mars bars every single week, and I'm going to cancel my gym membership. I'm determined to do it, and I might just get there. No, of course you didn't. It just all happened all unconsciously. You never made any conscious effort to gain any weight. So simply believe you already are the weight you were, and then the process will reverse. And this doesn't just apply to weight loss, it applies to anything you want to change or achieve in your life. Now we've got to stop overcomplicating things. Change your beliefs first, and you'll continually prove yourself right, time and time and time again. Constantly delivering your hopes and your dreams and your ambitions, elevating you towards the life you want and you deserve. And this week, these days, this now is going to pass anyway. So make this now a super now that just makes you go, wow. Hi, it's Grant J. Marsh. I hope you enjoyed this episode of my new show. If you did, I wondered if you could help me. I'm starting from absolute scratch here. I've got no following, no Facebook fans, no YouTube or iTunes subscribers. So it would be really appreciated if you could help me gain some momentum for this show by doing 1, 2, or maybe all 3 of the following. 1, could you share it with others? Either directly or through your social media. 2, subscribe to either my YouTube channel at Grant J. Marsh, if you prefer the video, or the Super Now Wow podcast on iTunes, if you prefer the audio version. And 3, become a Super Now Wow member by going to supernowwow.com. It's free, and it always will be. And it's easy, you just need to enter your name and email address. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure how the experience for our members will evolve. But as a member, you will certainly receive additional inspiring content, how-to training, and be involved with how this show develops into the future. We'll look after you, so come and join our family at supernowwow.com. Thank you for your help, you're absolutely amazing. And of course, remember that this week, these days, this now is going to pass anyway. So you might as well make this now a super now that just makes you go, wow.